All right, Algebra 2, I'm going to be having this question a lot, and so I'm going to show you this. This is old school math. This is stuff you're supposed to know. Again, I'm saying that not to be a jerk. I'm saying that so you know. With that stated, this is a problem of finding the inverse. I'm going to show you the algebra so you can solve these problems on your own. I'm recording this at the end of first period, so you might hear some voices in the background. You're going to start by making sure you have a y and an x in the problem, right? So replace your f of x with a y. And now we're going to do the inverse. And the inverse is switch the x and y. Switch the x and y. So once you switch the x and y, now you have to solve for y. Here's how we do it, so y'all know. And I'm going to be passing this video out to everybody who asked me today, so pay attention. You're going to solve this like a normal equation. These are all rules from Algebra 1. You're going to go backwards. So let's get rid of this 2. We do this by subtracting it on both sides. That gives us x minus 2 equals 2/3 times y minus 6 squared. You got to get rid of this 2/3. This says 2/3 times. This says 2/3 times all that. So you have to do the opposite, which would be dividing by. But here's the thing. Let's say I had 5/4. This is making this up. And I said divided by 2/3. Well, the rules of fractions is this. You keep the first one, change the sign to multiplication, and you flip it. So dividing by 2/3 is the same thing as multiplying by 3/2. So you're going to multiply both sides by 3/2. And then when you do that, this is what you're going to end up with. Here we go. 3/2 times x gives you 3x over 2. 3/2 times negative 2 gives you negative 6 over 2. And if you're wondering how to do that, y'all, I have put a denominator on the bottom, and you multiply the numerators and the denominators together. And then the 2/3, this all crosses out with each other. And you're just left with y minus 6 squared. So I'm going to go through and see if I can remove these 2's. This 3x over 2 has to stay. That stinks. But this can reduce down to 3, because 6 divided by 2 is 3. And now I have to do this. How do I get rid of this squared? Well, the opposite of squaring is square root. So I'm going to take the square root on both sides. You can see that, how I did that. And then what you're left with is this. You have the square root of 3x over 2 minus 3 equals, and then this square root cancels that square out. You're left with y minus 6. And then you add 6 on both sides, and you end up with y equals square root of 3 over 2 x minus 3 plus 6. That ends up being your entire answer right there. That's kind of hard to read because, hold on one second, let me fix it. So there you have it. That's your full answer. You have y equals 3/2 x minus 3, and then outside of the house plus 6. That's how you do it. Good luck.